Sexual harassment. This doesn't always happen in the most stereotypical manner. Many of us are under the wrong impression that it can only be physical. In fact, it can be physical, verbal, gestural, or even visual. Sexual harassment, depending on where it takes place, whether in the streets, your workplace, educational institute, public transport, at night, or even in broad daylight, can take various forms. Regardless of when, where, and how it takes place, sexual harassment is a violation of fundamental rights and freedoms as protected under the Sri Lankan legal framework. According to Section 345 of the Penal Code of Sri Lanka, which states that outraging the modesty of a woman, sexual harassment is listed as a criminal offense and can be punished with either imprisonment that may extend to 5 years or a fine, or sometimes even both. The court may also order to pay compensation to the victim. In 2013, the International Labour Organization, in its Code of Conduct in Workplaces, has described many ways which sexual harassment can occur. Making unnecessary physical contact, making sexual comments, sending unwanted emails or messages, or posting intimate pictures without the consent are some of the many examples of physical, verbal, gestural, and visual harassment. If you're being subjected to sexual harassment at your workplace, what can you do? Firstly, you can approach your colleague in a friendly manner and ask them to stop. If that doesn't work, make a complaint to the Human Resources Department in writing. Make sure to provide proof if you have any. Failing which, you can always seek the help of the Sri Lanka Police. Even under the Prohibition of Ragging and Other Forms of Violence in Educational Institutions Act, it is stated that anyone who causes ragging in the form of sexual harassment to a student or even a member of the staff will be imprisoned with the maximum punishment of 10 years and may also be ordered to pay compensation to the victim. Another highly misunderstood fact is that women are the only target of sexual harassment. But nowadays, we see both men and women, heterosexual or otherwise, being subjected to harassment. However, even if you've never been a victim of harassment of any form, why should it be your problem? Here's why. If 51% of the population feels too unsafe to step out on the streets alone, or take long hour jobs, or go shopping, or to a restaurant, or a movie at night, that's a massive chunk of people who will not contribute to our economy. It's a loss to the businesses, a loss to the workforce, and a loss to the economy as a whole. So what if you're being subjected to harassment? What are your options? First and foremost, be safe. Your safety is priority. If you're alone in a secluded place, do not confront the aggressor. Immediately call your family or a friend and move to a crowded or a better lit area. However, if you do feel safe, try to take a photo or a video. It might scare him away. And even if not, at least now you have proof. If you're using public transport, such as a bus, you can make the ones around aware and ask for help. If you're traveling alone in a cab or a taxi, share your travel details with a friend or a family and make sure the driver is aware that you've already taken the necessary precautions. You can always file a complaint at the Sri Lanka Police, as sexual harassment is a criminal offense. If you have photos or a video of the culprit, this process should be easier. What you must keep in mind is that you will be asked a bunch of questions as procedure. So be prepared. Finally, if you see this happening to someone else, stand by them. Don't ignore. We can bring down the numbers of sexual harassment through bystander intervention and social awareness. As a community, let's all create a safe environment for ourselves in order to create a better tomorrow. Thank you.